welcome to the QueenDreamz podcast. QueenDreamz works with ladies of all calibers to help live life by design and not by default. Tune in every Monday for the motivational moments and every Wednesday for Wellness Wednesdays. QueenDreamz brings videos and webisodes to this station every week that is sure to motivate, inspire, and encourage women all across the globe. Thank you in advance. Now, here's your host of QueenDreamz.
Thanks for joining me today. This is QueenDreamz. Just want to talk to you today about dating and mating during the pandemic. Yes, dating and mating during the pandemic. If you follow me on Facebook, then you know we kind of touched on this on Motivation Monday, where QueenDreamz is all about helping ladies to live life by design and not default. And in our pandemic era, I'm challenging the ladies that follow me on Facebook to pick 3 to 5 areas. In particular, we're focusing on 3 areas that they want to improve. And in that, we are deciding, we're identifying, we're correcting, we're improving, we're maintaining, because that is the challenge. That's the change process. The change process is to decide you want to change something. But you first identify what is that you want to change. Once you identify what you want to change, you then work on correcting. Once you get to correcting, then we can improve what we corrected. And once we improve what we corrected for a certain amount of time, then we maintain. Well, for some, 3 to 5 areas could include their relationship life. So I want to take a few minutes and talk about how we identify, correct, improve, and maintain in an era where we are dating during the pandemic or we're mating during the pandemic. Now, the dating side would be more for those who are single, but dating, that means you're just mingling, you're dating, you're trying to get to know somebody of interest. If it's mating, that means you're already married. You've already crossed the journey of, matrimony. But even in that, some to-goes might be of help to you because, again, QueenDreamz is all about helping women to live life by design and not default. So with that, a couple of things I'm going to share with you today. Number 1, pray about your dating decision. Yes, when you're going through the change process, pray about your decision or your decisions as who you should actually be pursued by to date. Yes, definitely pray about it. If you are a follower of Christ or whatever your faith beliefs are, I would think that it includes prayer. And if so, pray and ask for your higher power to guide you into identifying what it is that you feel is appropriate for you to have in connection with this other individual. So number 1 is pray. Number 2, let's use some safety, ladies. Yes, dating, although we're in a pandemic, does not exclude using safety. So what does that mean? Sometimes that means you decide whether you want to share your personal contact information. On my Facebook page, I encourage the ladies to think about how they may use an alternative phone number. Instead of providing your direct phone number, maybe use an alternative phone number. If you're not sure about the person that you may come in contact with, then maybe use some safety efforts by giving them an alternative phone number. There are other apps that you can use to provide a phone number, or you can use Google numbers, but you don't necessarily have to provide your direct contact information because, as we know, we live in the age and era of technology, so people are very crafty with your personal information. So that's number 2, safety. Number 2A, public place meetings only, ladies. Only meet in public places. Only meet in public places first go round. Now, unless this person is somebody in a particular profession that you're like, okay, if I meet them at their actual location, I should be safe. But I don't recommend that. Even if they're of a certain type of profession, you still want to take your safety measures to another level and meet them in a public place. All right? B, wear your mask, wear your gloves, and take some sanitizer. Yes, ma'am. Wear your mask. We are in a pandemic, so no exceptions to this rule. Take your PPE with you, personal protection equipment with you to a location, which could include C, Public place such as across the street from a firehouse, and a public park where you're highly visible. Maybe you sit in your car, they sit in their car, and you roll windows down and you talk from car to car. Whatever that needs to look like for you, use safety. C, text someone, yes, text somebody or tell someone before you arrive what this person's name is. Yes, ma'am. What is their name? Do you have their name? Do you know their real name? Are they going by a nickname? Especially if you are meeting on dating apps or dating websites. You want to be able to text someone their contact information and give that to them so that somebody will know who you're connecting with, or share your location, or share their license plate number if it's visible at the time of your meeting. There's a there are some Facetime apps that could cut down on meeting them in person. So that could be in your discovery and in your prayer and in your identification. Use a Facetime app if you don't even want to go to this step where you're going to meet them in public. You can use a Duo. Duo is good. You could do the WhatsApp. You can use, if you're an iPhone user, you use FaceTime. But, just search around to see what works for you. Number 3, exercise personal space. Remember, pandemic means COVID-19. That means we are challenged with a debilitating medical condition. So you can't assume what their actual COVID status is, nor should they assume what your COVID status is. So use personal space, and that means keep 6 feet apart. Probably not likely you should be hugging or kissing the first date, the first time you're meeting them, or until you feel comfortable, simply because you have to factor in that we have to use wisdom and you have to use safety, and part of safety is personal space. So again, ladies, we want to exercise some principles while we're dating during the pandemic. So that should take care of a few things. If you have questions about that, for those of you who are not married, please follow up with QueenDreamz. I'm always here to assist you. Now for the mating portion of this episode. Mating means if you're married, you still need to be able to court your spouse. Now, since we are predominantly talking to ladies on these episodes, I would say to you, in your responsibility as a wife, keep your part of the end. Continue to be available for pursuit by your husband. Continue to make yourself presentable by your presentation. And that means, ladies, how we know how to turn it up when we really want to, sexiness, with your lingerie, your perfume, your body odors, your aroma, your hair, your nails, just your whole entire presentation. It's very easy to get in this humdrum, just leggings and t-shirts and things of that nature. But remember, this man is looking at you as his wife. So you want to be able to continue to be your sexy version of yourself that you were when you were pursued by him, and keep it tight and nice, and keep yourself presentable. So that's number 1, keep yourself presentable. Number 2, maybe talk to your husband about a date night once a week. Now, I know you may be used to going out, maybe sitting down at a restaurant, fine dining. Why don't order in, bring that delicious meal back to your home, maybe dress your master bedroom up, one-on-one dinner in the bedroom like it's a hotel suite. Maybe do some rose petals, candles, some music, all in the confines of your master bedroom, which can be converted. There's a few things you can do to convert your master bedroom into a very, very romantic setting where it could take you into thinking that you guys are actually at a nice hotel suite. Be creative. Also, number 3, you can use creativity with maybe expanding that outside. If you have a very nice backyard in your home, maybe set up a picnic in your backyard. If you have a pool, utilize the pool area. Maybe do a skinny dipping night, you and your husband. But regardless, use some creativity. Number 3 is actually meet with your husband once a week. So number 2 is keep it spicy and tight. Number 1 is present yourself. Number 2, keep it spicy and nice and tight, and all the above, all the things and themes that come along with continuing to want him to be attracted to you. So making efforts to keep yourself, just You know what to do, ladies. Queen Dream doesn't need to tell you. You know how you got your man. You know how you got your husband. But number 3 is really, really meet with your husband once a week. Meet and talk about just you two. Maybe play a couples game where you sit down, you have a meeting of the minds, and you discuss things that are relevant for pushing your relationship or moving your relationship, or better yet, growing your relationship forward. So again, mating is number 1. Talking to your husband and really, really keeping that connection going. Keeping the connection going in a way in which you present yourself in a way in which you did in the beginning. Number 2 is keeping things spicy. You know, like I said, ideas for dating could be once a week date night, and that date night could be in your master bedroom. It could be in your backyard. It could be in your car. Hint, hint, you know what to do in the car. Creativity goes a long way with your husband and your spouse. Number 3, have a weekly meeting with your husband. Weekly meeting where you sit down and you talk about you two. You talk about the things that are important for moving your relationship forward. It's easy to get, just in a humdrum state. But when you once a week have a date night, when you once a week have a marriage meeting where you talk about things that are relevant for you two, and when you once a week present yourself, you could do this more than just once a week, but these are just bare minimums when we are mating during the pandemic. But overall, support your spouse. Your spouse may be going through some medical changes. They may be going through some financial changes. They may have work stressors that are beyond the roof. So here's a great time to kind of hone in on your marriage and give it more than that 100%, because this pandemic has created a lot of unexpecteds. So be there for one another. Continue to do what you do as the amazing women that you are. For those of you that are dating during the pandemic, use wisdom no matter what. Be prayerful, be mindful, but more importantly, be safe. If you need more information about any of these areas, whether you are dating or mating during the pandemic, please don't hesitate to reach out. As usual, I come to you once a week on this platform on YouTube, and if you could, to help me grow this YouTube family, it would just be an honor if you could like, share, and make sure you subscribe. Share with other women who you think would benefit from having a coach to encourage them, motivate them, or inspire them to live life by design and not default. One quick announcement before we go today. We are having a Matters of the Heart workshop on October the 3rd. If you live on the West Coast, Pacific Standard Time, it will be 8 a.m. It's a Saturday. If you live in the Central Region, it's going to start at 10 a.m. If you live on the East Coast, it's going to start at 11 a.m. I hope you will join QueenDreamz, where we will go more in detail of subjects that are important to you to live life by design and not default. Thank you for your time today, and I hope to see you again. If we're not connected on Facebook, join me there under QueenDreamz, QueenDreamz, or my website, same name, www.QueenDreamz.com, where you will find more information about QueenDreamz and provide yourself with the opportunity to register for the workshop. Thank you so much. Be safe. Continued success.